Tommy's the one that gave us the name Rowdy Boys, mind you, which is why we call it.
Actually,
Really?
Andrew did.
No. I thought it was you.
I thought that it was you,
No, I got it from him.
and you got it from Tommy. That's fucking crazy.
Hold up, who got that white girl, save me a bump? Drew over there on the table, he slumped. Pringle dancing like Jamaican on rum. Teddy's in the bathroom taking a hold up. Who got that white girl, send me a line? Tamim got the hookah, he's taking his time. Tommy's wildin', I should break up that fight, but this is a day in the life of the Rowdy Boys. Gang, gang. Let me check my stance.
Hey, squad.
What's going on, everybody? It's the Rowdy Boys back in the building. Drew over here, Ted over there. Hey, I just got back from Eastern Oregon, man, on a beautiful fucking trip. Just a weekend getaway. I really needed it. I was going crazy with, all my everything that I do and, work and all that kind of stuff. Podcast, right? Just keeping myself busy. I'm not getting too much into details about everything, but basically went out there and, I kind of ran this by Ted real quick before the camera we started recording. And I think guys need to get more comfortable, right? Doing shit by themselves and not expecting like your boys to always be there or a girl to always be there. You know what I mean? Like sometimes just step out by yourself and you know what I mean? You'll find out that once you get comfortable doing it and just get get that initial phase of you feeling a little awkward by doing things yourself. I think you'll have a lot of fun, man. What you got to say about that, Ted?
Yeah, and I feel like it takes a certain type of person who I know I am, and I think Andrew is. It takes a certain type of person to just naturally be like that. Right. Naturally be like, I'm cool with just going out to the bar by myself. I'm cool with just like, if I want to go to the beach, I'll just fucking go to the beach. I don't have to like wait for somebody to confirm the dates and confirm the time and then try to match up schedules. And then if they drop out, do I even want to go anymore? Like, if I want to do something, I'll just fucking do it. It takes a certain type of person to do that naturally, and then there's another type of person that, like, has to work on that side of themselves in order to be comfortable with it. But it has its benefits. So one of the benefits that I would say, just to get us started, is if you spend more time with yourself and you are that type of person that, like, it's not really comfortable at first, you're going to appreciate company a lot more than if you're just always around company. Right. So basically, like, if you're always around people and you're always like, you don't do anything without somebody by your side, eventually you're going to take that for granted, and then those times that you took for granted, you're going to look back and you're going to be like, damn, like, I wasn't even really in the moment. I wasn't even really there mentally. Versus if you have something to contrast it with, like going there by yourself. Yeah, sometimes it can be lonely, but going to places by yourself, you have something to contrast it with. You'd be like, oh, you know what? This is fucking dope. I'm so glad y'all are here. If you're always around people, you don't even remember the last time you had that thought of like, damn, I'm so glad these people are here and like, we're having such a good time with my friends, family, and loved ones and shit. Right. Because it doesn't cross your mind. You're too used to it. So if you're that type of person that's like not really comfortable with yourself, give it a try. Try it out, because you're gonna look at actually being with people through a whole new light. Okay, so I'm talking that was for like the people that don't like to do things by themselves. Now, people that do like to do things by themselves, the benefits are, like I said, you don't have to fucking line up fucking schedules and wait for people and face rejection if things don't work out. Whatever the fuck you want to do, all you got to worry about is you. Right. just fucking leave the house, just get dressed, leave the house and go. And it's a fantastic thing. I literally just saw Deadpool and Wolverine by my fucking self, and I had a fucking blast. And I had nobody like next to me at all. Seat to the right of me was empty, and then I had an aisle on the left side. Nobody to even like bump shoulders with. Oh shit, did you see that? Nothing. Right. I was just dolo, and I was loud as fuck. I was the stereotypical black man in the theater. Just cackling. And you know what's crazy? Like my theater was fucking dead for some reason. Like it wasn't one of those like theaters that you see online where everybody's fucking hooping and hollering when something crazy happens. These motherfuckers, they had to be like fucking all families or something, because they, like the people around me at least, they weren't making any noise. So when I was like hooping and hollering and shouting, man, I felt like I was being a stereotype. And then I kind of like, oh, I shrunk down into my seat. I'm like, oh fuck, I feel embarrassed. But then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm by myself. I'm having a good old time. And you know what? It is what it is.
Right.
So when well, nobody watches these videos, so spoiler if you haven't seen the fucking movie. No, I'm just joking. I'm not gonna spill any spoilers.
Yeah, watch this.
Andrew, are you gonna see the movie?
I'm not. But watch this video go fucking viral for some fucking reason, and then you're just like, yeah, nobody watches it, and then you're just like, oh, dude, 50,000 people, you just fucking spoiled it for them.
Yeah. Like, okay, so if you're not gonna see the movie, man, like when Blade popped up, Wesley Snipes' Blade popped up, I was like, oh shit, and nobody was making a fucking sound, bro. When fucking Chris Evans was in there, and you thought he was Captain America, and then Deadpool was like, oh, he's gonna say Avengers Assemble, and his motherfucker says flame on, and he flies up in the sky, and you realize he's reprising his role as Johnny Storm from Fantastic Four. I was like, oh shit, fucking Channing Tatum as goddamn Gambit. Fuck, you had Jennifer Gardner as Elektra. You had fucking Henry Cavill as like a variant of Wolverine. All these fucking parts, I was just fucking screaming, bro. I was fucking screaming, and nobody was saying shit. But you know what? That's how I am when I'm by myself having a good old time. I'm gonna wrap it back around to the topic. I'm just having a good old time by myself. If you can't do that, you got to learn to do that, because I swear to God, you will love yourself and you will be happier with yourself as a person. If you can't never be by yourself, it says something. It says something. I've been there before. Yeah. It says something about you. If you're uncomfortable being by yourself, if you're uncomfortable just being with your thoughts and being by yourself, it says that there's something there that you need to work on, you know?
Dude, you know, I'm kind of like you, bro, like where well, I should say I'm not leaning towards always being with people, because I am very comfortable doing shit by myself. And I you know, like, I don't know if it was just life that, you know, propelled me that way or shit like that. I don't know. But, you know, I'm constantly around people. Like when I go to the gym, you know, like my job, I'm always talking to people and shit like that. So for me, it's almost like a nice release and like get away from people whenever I do things by myself. You know what I'm trying to say? Like I get to kind of just be me, do my own thing, and just, you know what I mean? Do stuff like that, right? And then obviously there's no hassle. I don't got to worry about other people. You know, the bill is usually cheaper because you're not going with a girl, or you might have to cover your boy that don't got no money or some shit like that, right? But so just a quick story. I just got back from Eastern Oregon, right? One of my favorite bars over there, right? We go to the fucking hotel, and it said check-in time was 11. I get there at 11:15, bro. We leave here at like 6 o'clock in the morning, right? 5:40 or something like that. And I'm hauling ass. Like, I'm hauling ass on the highway, right? I'm like...
No restroom breaks, no nothing.
No,
just
nothing,
fucking,
dog. Just, you know, 80, 90 miles an hour. Just fucking speed demon, right? Allegedly.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all cops is watching this. No, I'll just play. No, but I get down there, and then they're like, oh, yeah, sorry. Your hotel's going to be ready at 3 p.m. It's 11:30, bro. I got there so fucking quick. So I'm like, what the fuck are we going to do at, you know, for like 3 hours, bro? Like, this is a big fucking time gap y'all telling me right now. So I'm like, oh, my gosh. This is such a fucking... I got up early. I fucking... You know, had my fucking sleep in the shit. Yeah, everything was just fucked up because of that, right? So I was like, oh, let's go to the fucking lake. Eastern Oregon right now is on fucking... It's on fire, you know what I mean? It's in flames right now. It's like somebody took a...
It's on fire.
That's where I was going with that shit, dude. That shit is on fucking fire, bro. Like, it... You know, them big-ass cigars that I smoke? Imagine you just did that in the fucking atmosphere times like a million. You know what I mean? Like, that shit is, like, on fire. So we go to the lake. You can't see fucking shit, dude. And you just fucking smelling barbecue outside. So I was like, oh, my gosh, bro. Like...
You talking about, like, it's hot out there or what? What you
like,
saying?
it's all smoky. It's all smoky. Like, there's just tons and tons of wildfires going around. Like...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago, lightning struck in some of the more drier areas in Eastern Oregon. And it just fucking erupted. And, like, I think we have the biggest fucking... wildfire right now in the U.S. Like, that's how bad it is.
Oh,
yeah. So it's just smoky as hell. It's Like, yeah, just a big mess. So we go.
Probably like soot falling from the sky, like. Cause I've been in areas like that where it's like everything is like coated in a light coat of soot.
Yeah.
Because there's like a fucking fire just like a few hundred miles
Uh-huh.
away.
Yeah, it's kind of like
couple
that.
100 miles away.
It was kind of like that.
Yeah.
So I go down there. I'm like, yeah, no. And then you know what's even more crazy? People out in the lake. So not only there was like so much fucking people in the lake. It was crazy. So I was like, all right. First of all, this lake is supposed to be dead. You know what I mean? Like, when I mean dead, is like nobody's there. Like, this is a very secluded place in Eastern Oregon. Not too many people even know what it is, where it's at, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on here? Like, it's barbecuing outside, like, you know, nature's barbecuing, and you smelling all this fucking, you know, all these damn pollutants and shit, and people just packed. I'm like, first of all, it's too packed. Second of all, fuck this weather. So, all right. Sorry, guys, bear with me. I'm kind of a storyteller in this sense, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to see what this has to do with being comfortable being by yourself.
Yeah, I'm getting there. So I tell my mom and my sister, I'm like, look, I'm gonna go to my favorite bar. So they went to go get something to eat, right? So my mom and my sister with me, they go to get something to eat, and I pop up to the bar by myself, right? I pop up to this bar by myself, right? And the last time I popped up to the bar, I was I made some friends over there, right? So this part of Eastern Oregon, people actually know me there, which is fucking crazy. You know what I mean? It's like 6 hours away from me, and my name is out there in this fucking little ass town, right? So I go down there to the bar again, and I'm like, dude, I need a fucking beer. Give me a fucking beer, dude. He's like, what do you want? I'm like, give me this one right here. So I start drinking, and there's like two guys around.
What's your go-to?
Huh?
What's your go-to beer? This is the thing. These are the things that people want to know. The little details. What's your go-to beer?
Okay, so if I'm like, this is a little bit of a complicated question, right? If you're gonna say what's my go-to beer in general, I'm gonna go European. I like the European beer better than the American beers, like the Anheuser-Busch shit. I'm not a big fan. I'm more of a, you know,
Really?
Yeah, I'm more of a Belgian beer kind of guy. I love
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you are like a Belgian beer type of thing.
I like German Hefeweizens, so that kind of stuff. But if you're talking American beer, or at least what's branded as American beer, I think I'm gonna go with damn either PBR or damn Coors Banquet.
Trash taste. Oh my god. What about Mexican beers? What about Mexican beers?
Dos Equis.
Right. Okay. I knew that about
Yeah.
you. But anyway, go ahead with your story.
Yeah. So yeah, I pop up in there, and they had like one of their own style of beer over there. So I was like, yeah, give me that one. And I've had it before because I've been to this town multiple times. As I said, I know some people there.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, here you go, boom. And me being there by myself now, there's two other guys at the bar. So I start chopping it up like I fucking know these guys. I'm like, well, yo, man, what you think about the all this damn smoke and bullshit going around? You can't even see the mountains that are, you know, right outside of us right here. And they're like, yeah, man, it's this and that, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, it's so shitty. I got a wedding to go to, and they're taking fucking hell long with my food. I got to be there. Point being is, I had a fucking great time. I wound up, one of the homies is, he lives like an hour and a half away, part-time, like 6 months out of the year. So I was like, oh, shit, dude. You know what I mean? Give me, I'll be down that way for Halloween anyway. So, you know what I mean? Let me get your Instagram, and then I'll hit you up when I'm down over there. He's like, yeah. So, point being is, I had a blast. You know what I'm saying? I had a blast. I was chopping it up with all the guys. You know, the bartender there, he was like, oh my gosh, dude, you're super cool. I was like, yeah, I know the guy that used to work here before you, and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's all, if you know how to do it, going out is not really as awkward or scary as you think.
Yeah, and you know, you're gonna have some bad times as well. Like if you do it now, you're talking to two people who've gone out by themselves a lot. You know what I mean? This motherfucker's actually both of us, I'm sorry. Both of us have separately hit up state fairs by ourselves.
Yeah.
We've gone on fucking roller coasters and rides by ourselves. Just hooping
dude.
and hollering for no fucking reason. Nobody there. We've gone to bars, clubs by ourselves. Yep. If I just want to go to a fucking park and throw frisbee, I'll fucking throw the frisbee and then I'll sprint and catch it. That's how fucking. No, but there are some downsides. Like, I'm not saying that it's all peaches and cream,
right,
with, you know, being by yourself. Like, for example, I used to back in 2019, like I was like pretty much living out of this like fucking shitty ass hotel, and there was a bar right around the corner, which used to be my favorite bar, but now fuck that bar, man. I took my mom to that bar.
You took me there too.
Yeah, I took you there. I took my mom there one time, and she got a double jack. That shit was like $29 or something.
That's crazy.
28. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What is this, bro? What happened to y'all's prices? 2 shots of Jack is damn near $30.
That's crazy. That's the whole bottle.
That's the whole goddamn bottle.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, no, fuck that place. I'm not gonna name them though, cause I still have a little bit of respect for them for like back in the day.
Right.
But nah, that bar ain't it anymore. But anyway, I used to just kind of stumble into that bar, just hoping that something turns out, something happens, or I have a good time, meet some people. And maybe it was me. Maybe it was like the fact that I wasn't really talking as much as I should. But a couple times I just walked into that bar, had some pretty bad interactions with people, or just like non-eventful interactions, nothing that was even noteworthy.
Right.
And, paid too much for drinks and just ended up sitting at a fucking table in a corner on my phone for like 10, 15 minutes until I was like, why the fuck am I here? Close my tab, fucking go home. Like sometimes it's not gonna turn out to be anything, but other times it's actually gonna be a good ass time, and you have less to worry about because you're not with people. You don't have to be like, I just met these cool people, I'm gonna go hang out with them, and they're like, but you're the fucking designated driver, so like, what are we gonna do? Like, you don't have to worry about any of that shit. If the events of the night lead you somewhere else, you can just fucking go to that place, and you have so much more free will, and it's just a freeing feeling to just only have to worry about your fucking dick and balls. Just bring a dick and balls with you, and you'll be all right. You gotta worry about fucking every other fucking person except for yourself. Sometimes it can drag you down. Sometimes you can lose out on some opportunities in life too. If you're being dragged down by the people that you came with, yeah, you might be having a good time with them, but who knows what would have happened if you actually went to that place that having people with you restricted you from. You know what I mean? So yeah, just kind of break out of that bubble. You know what I mean? Like that's one thing. Like I love when we talk about breaking out of your bubble on this podcast. Last time we was talking about traveling more, and going to places that you think you might not like. So that the overarching theme is like just breaking out of your bubble. I think it's such a good message to share with people, because even if one person from these videos hits us up and is like, yo, Drew and Ted, like, I fucking followed your advice and I did A, B, and C, and it would have never, and then it led to D, E, and F, and D and F would have never happened if I didn't do A, B, and C. A, B, and C would have never happened if I didn't watch your video. So thank you so much for like giving me this advice to like actually go out of my comfort zone and try something new, because it really fucking paid off. If one person hits us up and says that, mission fucking accomplished. You know what I mean? So that's exactly what we try.
Dude, obviously the goal is to grow the channel and everything like that and get bigger so that way it spreads the message out. But our goal right now, man, is to help one guy. One guy, you know what I mean? Like one, in specific, we do a lot of these videos for guys because a lot of guys are running around like a chicken without a head. So if one dude reaches out to me, he's like, dude, I'm out of my comfort zone because I helped you out. I got a girlfriend now. I'm doing all these hobbies and shit. I got my money up. That, if one guy hits me up, I'm like, that's a fucking win. I did my job. You know what I mean? I helped you out, bro. You know what I mean? So that is.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. Here, let me get myself in focus. I was just thinking, bro, it's like we had some damn telekinesis going on, man. It's like you read my fucking mind. Going out by yourself, man, it forces you to work on your people skills. It forces you to do that. Yeah. Because, if you a wallflower all the time, right? Like you need your boys to kind of break the ice at the bar, at a house party, at like social gatherings, and then you jump in. Well, you're kind of leaning on a crutch, because if your boy's not there, if he's sick, if he's, out of state traveling, or if he's he just can't be there, then what the fuck are you going to do? You're going to be, shit out of luck. Going out by yourself once in a while, I'm not saying to make it like a habit, be a fucking loner, right? But to be able to do things by yourself and be comfortable doing that, it is such a good way because it literally forces you to be a people person, whether you like it or not. And hey, let me tell you something here too. Life is about people, bro. You know what I mean? Life is about people. So if you don't like people, bro, like you're going to have to change the way you look at things. Everything's about people. Business, friends, family. It's all about people.
It is. Absolutely. Like, people can say all they want. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about me.
Keep talking.
Ted,
keep talking. I got to change my headphones, but go ahead.
Okay. I would have anyway. People are going to say, I don't give a fuck what people think about me. I don't give a fuck who sticks around and who doesn't. I don't give a fuck if everybody wants to leave me, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, but then you're just kind of limiting your life to just, all right, I love myself, so I don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks about me. So you're just going to be a fucking piece of shit loner for the rest of your fucking life because nobody... You kind of pushed everybody out of your fucking life because you never gave a fuck about how you were perceived by other people. And those other people were telling you, hey, you need to fix A, B, and C, and you didn't listen to them. So sometimes other people's opinions actually have value in them. And you shouldn't just like shove everybody away because they disagree with you. Because that's a slippery slope to being, you'll be content with yourself. But nobody in this fucking world will be content with you. So, other people's opinions do matter, whether you fucking believe that or not, whether you like it or not, they do fucking matter. Now, to what degree they matter is up to you. Now, I wouldn't say completely hold all of your value as a person in other people's opinions. I wouldn't say that by the least bit. Because there are some shitty ass fucking opinions out there, right? All I'm saying is, you shouldn't take away all the value out of everybody else's perception of you, everybody else's opinion of you, because that will actually give you new perspectives about yourself that you never even thought of, and to consider those and to make certain changes to yourself based on those will actually work in your favor. You shouldn't just completely shirk everybody's fucking opinion of you and just be like, nah, fuck all y'all. I'm good. I don't need y'all's fucking advice or opinion or whatever. So what Andrew's saying, like, about developing people skills, about learning like what makes people like you more, what gets you into those groups, what gets you into those new opportunities and whatnot with people. Like, that's so powerful and it's so important. Whether you like it or not, it does matter how the world perceives you. If you're trying to do something with your life, or if you're trying to evolve and grow and not just be the same fucking piece of shit day in and day out, then it does fucking matter what people think about you. And it does matter how you interact with people as well. If you have terrible abilities to interact with people, then, you know, that's going to shine when you're alone. And if what you do with that will determine whether or not you become better at it and you actually like develop better social skills, or whether you're just the most unlikable motherfucker anybody's ever come across. And everybody that comes into your life leaves within a fucking month or two because they can't stand your ass. Now, you know what's crazy? I was actually thinking about a specific person when I said that, because there's a motherfucker that like really fits that description. I'm not going to say who it is, but I was just like looking at the camera and like her face just popped up. Like her eyeball was the lens and her whole face filled it up. And I was like, motherfuckers don't like you, you know that, bitch? And you're going to be alone for the rest of your life, and you're going to die alone. And when you die, nobody's going to fucking remember you. But anyway, I'm going to throw it back to Andrew. I just got a little dark.
Yeah, I know. This is getting personal over here. No, but, you know, another, I'm going to give y'all another thing, right, that happened to me. So when I first moved out here to the Pacific Northwest during COVID, you know what I mean? I knew only Pringle. Pringle lives over here, right? So that's it. That's the only person I knew. Let me tell you something, man. Because I worked on my people skills somewhat, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't as good as it is right now. Like, I would say, like, I'm very much, like, comfortable. If you threw me in a fucking situation and you was like, go and socialize, I could do it pretty well now. You know what I mean? Like, I remember Ted, like, of course I remember, but I don't know if you remember. there was a time where I didn't really like to mingle around with too many people. You know what I mean? I was kind of like that wallflower. I was kind of like very apprehensive to meeting new people because I didn't know what they were about. You know what I mean? I'm coming from like a background where a lot of my friends growing up outside of high school was involved with a lot of like crazy shit. You know what I mean? So I'm always like on edge, like, what the fuck is this person gonna do? Is he trying to jump me? Who do you know? You know what I mean? Just crazy shit. You know what I mean? Just thinking like this all the time.
No, I definitely remember that because it was like, I don't know if y'all at home have like a friend, and you're not this anymore. This was like a time in your life, but like, I don't know if y'all at home have a friend where it's like, you're so fucking cool with him or her and you love him or her, but whenever you're around people with them, it's like you have to explain them a little bit to everybody. Like, you have to be like, hey, I promise he's cool as hell. He just has to like get to know you. I swear he's cool as fuck. And then like you go to him and he's spouting all these fucking theories about like, man, these people don't fucking like me. Like that bitch is talking shit about me. And you're just like, no, she's fucking not. Just fucking talk to her. So like you're fighting these two battles between like your friend being like, man, like, that motherfucker wants to fight me. No, he doesn't. Chill out. And then, hey, I promise he's a cool guy. I promise he's a cool guy. Y'all should just get to know him. So like, yeah, I definitely remember that because it was a whole lot of like, people being like, yo, like, no disrespect, but it was like, and it wasn't a lot of this, but it was like some of like, hey, what the fuck is up with your homie? He just said some like crazy shit, and I'd be like, hey. He might have said some crazy shit, but like, hey, he's cool people. He's cool people. Just trust me. Like,
dude, it
was a lot of that.
Dude, I put so much of the Rowdy boys, dude. Like, I love y'all, man, because it was like my development, right? Like, everybody was like, you know, y'all like Tamim, Ted, Pringle. There were so much more people persons than I was. So you know what I mean? Like, coming from my background and shit, I'm telling y'all from like actual experience, you know what I mean? Like, I literally went from being a fucking, you know, wallflower to being a lot more comfortable being alone in situations, to being more of a people person, right? And being able to like interact with people and be people like, oh man, he's a cool ass dude, right? You just have to bring that out, right? It was always probably in there, you know what I mean? Like I said in the beginning of the video, where I was kind of comfortable being by myself, but I just needed to learn how to do the people aspect, right? I just needed the people aspect part. So, yeah, you know.
One time in particular, and this is gonna be kind of a darker story. I feel like we might have shared this at one point in the podcast, but like one time in particular, and this was totally justified by you. We were going through a lot. Like after Tommy passed, the situation with the like you was outside of Aloha Stadium and like some shit went down.
Oh yeah.
And then you came to, so I'm not gonna say what happened, obviously. That's like way too personal, right. But like Andrew was going through some shit after we lost our friend, at like outside of Aloha Stadium. The police were involved, and then Andrew came to UH, and he was drunk as shit, and he was like, he told me everything that happened, and I was like trying to get to the bottom of like why it got to that point, and he was like, I'm just fucking so sad, bro. Like, I'm just so fucking, like, I'm angry and I'm sad. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, we lost Tommy, bro. Like, what the fuck? And we were in the courtyard.
Right.
I don't know if you remember this to this detail, but we were in the courtyard of UH, of the freshman dorms. And some girls were passing by. Now, Andrew was actually asking a few people that were passing by. They were like, hey, y'all got some alcohol? Hey, where the alcohol at? hey, y'all got some alcohol?
Like a fucking beggar. Hey, yo, give me the damn alcohol. Where the alcohol at? I know you got it. You know?
Hey, y'all bitches got some liquor? Like,
that is not how you do that, guys. Like, that is not how you fucking make friends and do that shit. I had to learn the hard way. How old was I? I mean, we was like 18, 19, bro. Like, we was young.
Yeah, we were 19 at the time. I was 19. You were probably 20, I think.
Right, or going on to fucking because our birthdays is like 1 week apart.
Yeah. So anyway, well, no,
less than a week.
Well, no, because we're never the same age, right? Like you was born in 95.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're a year older than me, like almost exactly.
Yeah. Uh huh.
You're not like a week older than me, cause your birthday's August 6th.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you're 11.
So you're born August. Yeah, you're a year. You're a year and 5 days older
and almost
than
a
me.
week.
So we're never like. Yeah, so I was 19, you were 20, but anyway, the point of my story is, eventually like, this black girl and like her homegirls like passed by, and Andrew was on his like crackhead outside of 7-Eleven type shit.
That's what it
Hey,
sounds
y'all got
like.
He was like, "Hey, y'all got some liquor? Hey, where can I get some liquor? Who you know that got some liquor?" And
Dude, I'm so glad I can laugh
And,
about it. I'm not that person anymore, man, because that was like troubled, like, you know what I mean? Like, no direction, motherfucker. You know what I mean?
yeah. So basically, they was like, "Oh yeah, we have some vodka in this water bottle that they had," and then he was like, "Oh okay, so we with y'all then," and we just like start fucking. He said, "Oh, we with y'all."
Fucking just invited
Like, so he
myself
just
to the
like-
party. Oh, so
Exactly.
yeah, I'm coming with y'all, right? Type shit.
Yeah. So he was like, "Where y'all stay?" "Oh, we're in Halle Lima." "Oh, bet. All right, we gonna kick it with y'all." What the fuck? So basically, he was going through some shit, but also he was, even if he wasn't going through some shit, he was still like a person that I would need to like explain. You know what I mean? Like around that
Right.
time. So I remember like we was hanging out with these girls, and they pulled me to the side at one point, and we had that conversation
Right.
where it was like, "Hey, your homeboy's kind of tripping," and I was like, "Look," but this time I had an explanation versus just being like, "Hey, he's kind of crazy, but like he's cool. Just give him a chance."
Right.
I could be like, "Hey, we just lost our homie, and he's kind of coping with it in his own
Right.
way. It's kind of like a crazy time in our life right now." And so that's kind of like the point of the story was, like, he was tripping, but like I had to kind of explain it to him, explain it to the girls, like, "Hey, he's usually like not like that." I forgot what you said. You said some shit to them, and it was like in the study area of the
Dude,
tower when we went
I'm
in
telling
there.
you, bro. Like, I said so much shit to so many fucking people back then, bro. Like, I can't even fucking like, oh yeah, you said some shit. Okay, I said some shit to everybody back then.
Nah, for real, bro. Half the shit that I heard you said, I was like, he said what? And it's crazy because you never got punched in the face. Like, I'm surprised you didn't get punched in the
I think,
face.
bro. Well, first of all, I
at
think I
least
would
when I
have.
was with you.
Go ahead, yeah.
No, at least when I was with you, you never got punched in the
Nah.
face. And I'm actually surprised because of half the shit that you did or said.
I think, bro, it's because like,
while we were
especially
hanging
back
out.
then, dude, I was so unhinged. I think I was looking for that, and people saw that. You know what I mean?
They saw that look in your
Yeah, they were
eyes.
like, "Oh, okay, he's trying to get into a fucking fight." You know what I mean? Like, that's how like all the demons I was fighting inside of me was.
Yeah, they was like, "Oh, this motherfucker got a crazy look in his eyes, like he's got a machete in the car that he's gonna pop out, that he's gonna pull out if shit goes south."
That's actually a true story. Back in Hawaii, I used to carry a fucking machete, dude. You know what I mean? Just to, like, for my like, that was like my concealed carry.
Yeah, like motherfuckers probably got in your face and they saw that look in your eyes, and they looked in your pupils, and in your pupils they saw you hacking somebody like a banana tree, and it was like, never mind,
Dude, you know, now that we're on this fucking thing, right? You know, like, I'm telling y'all, man, like, we tell you guys these fucking, you know, like, our advice or opinions and shit like that from fucking trial and error, man. You know what I mean? And we're still growing and stuff, but I think we figured a lot more out now, you know what I'm saying, than what it was back then, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, obviously, we lived, you know, a lot more life comparatively, right? But just to give y'all, like, a quick little funny story now that we're on that topic, right? We're still, you know what I mean, talking about being comfortable by yourself and being more of a people person, working on your people skills, right? But this is a funny story when I was not too much of a people person. So they throwing a party, right? Like Ted, Tabib, Darwin, they all throwing a party. And I come up, you know, I'm always invited, right? I'm like the fucking hooligan that's always invited. It's like, yo, watch out, bro. He might do some fucking crazy shit. So I pull up.
Fucking hooligan.
So I pull up, and you know, everybody's like playing beer pong and shit, right? And I'm starting to drink, and this is another reason I don't think guys should drink too heavy, man. Because I've been in that fucking situation where if you've, you know, got some issues going on in yourself, you're trying to figure that out, the alcohol is just gonna intensify the fuck out of it. Trust me, I've been there. I'm telling you from fucking experience. But anyway, so these guys are all having a party. I'm starting to get my drink out, right? And you got like fucking basketball players from the college, volleyball players, right?
I knew this was a story you was gonna tell. I knew this was.
We got jocks in there, right? You got like bitches going in and out, right? And for some reason, dude, I just like lost my shit, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what it was. I just lost my shit. I think somebody went into like Pringle's fucking fridge and opened up the fucking the fridge door and just started taking beers out. And for some reason, I just got triggered. I think I was just too drunk. I was just like, whatever. I don't like y'all anyway, so fuck y'all. And I was like, hey, everybody, right? I get up on top like the bed. You know what I mean? Like that was like my fucking, like my pedestal right there. I climb on top the damn fucking.
Yeah, your pedestal.
I climbed on top that pedestal, right? That bed. And I was like, hey, all of y'all, man. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Can't even see your face. All I see is your big ass arms.
Hey! Y'all need to get the fuck out right now.
Dude, I'm like, hey, all y'all, man, get the fuck out of here right now, man. Y'all taking beer over here and you didn't even introduce yourself to the host. Y'all disrespectful as fuck. Get the fuck out. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Get the fuck out. And yo, dude, I swear to goodness, everybody like single file got the fuck out of that apartment. I was so unhinged, bro. I wanted to fight so fucking bad, bro. Like everybody. Like I was hoping somebody was like, oh yeah, dude, like nah, this is not gonna happen. I want to fucking grab this nigga, motherfucker, go here. I would have went fucking crazy.
Yeah, you was probably waiting for somebody to even just look at you crazy. Like you was probably standing on the bed, just looking at everybody passing you by, just waiting for them to look at you crazy, and everybody was like just staring straight, just hoping that they don't agitate you, and you was like. Did you just roll your eyes at me? No, I'm leaving. That's what the fuck I thought.
Dude, yeah, bro. I was being a menace, bro. And I got everybody left. And then, yo, Ted and Darwin in particular, Pringle, was like, yo, man, so did you get what you got out of that? Like, are you feeling pretty fulfilled after that? And I was like, I kind of ruined the party, huh, guys? Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Because I was a jackass. I didn't know how to interact with people. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, if y'all really get comfortable being a people person by yourself, it'll just help out when you're with your boys. You know what I mean? But if your boys are not there and you're always constantly, you know, I guess relying on other people to be around you and, you know, help you come out of your fucking shell and help you blossom. Like, eventually, bro, you have to take initiative and fucking, you know, work on the parts that you're lacking in. You know what I'm trying to say? Because, again, if you, like, the Rowdy boys know, especially Darwin and Pringle and Ted. I mean, all of them know, right? But the person that I am now, at least socially, versus back then, two different fucking people, man. Like, I was cool as hell with my boys. I was cool as hell with people that I knew. I was okay with being alone, you know what I mean? Being alone with by myself and just hanging out by myself, playing video games, basketball, gym, whatever the case may be. But I just didn't get the people part, man. I just, you know, that people part was just really, really weird to me, man. And I get that, though. I get that. Like, people sometimes can be weird. Like, the rejection that you face and people maybe looking at you weird. You just got to tune all that shit out, man. You got to tune all that shit out. Let me give y'all a quick story that I was going to initially give. When I moved here to the Pacific Northwest, I didn't know nobody, right? So that's where I was going before I got into that. I didn't know nobody. The fact that I worked on my people skills, right? And I was like, all right, I really got to work on this because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have no idea what the fucking underlying issue is where I'm thinking people looking at me funny and doing all this stupid shit when it's all in my head, basically, right? I'm like a crazy person telling myself, like, you're fucking crazy and you got to fucking, you know, figure this out. So the fact that I was able to get this down pretty early, I'd say, Dude, I met so many fucking guys at the gym, bro, and all of them put me onto like other people and stuff like that. Now, whenever I go to places like even an hour, 2 hours out from where I live, and people start like name dropping, or you know what I mean? Maybe they're like, "Oh yeah, I wrestled," or this and that. I'm like, "Oh yeah. I got some people that used to wrestle at so and so school." They'd be like, "Huh? Who's that?" And then you know what I mean? Then I'd be like, "Oh, it's so and so." They're like, "Oh man, you with so and so, dog? I didn't know that, man. That's so awesome." And you know, again, coming from that stark contrast, I would not have made those friends. You know what I mean? That I have, like, I hang out with these guys a lot. You know what I mean? Like, almost every weekend at this point. You know what I'm trying to say? They like not only my gym bros, but they're my bros. Like, I step out with these guys all the time now. And if I didn't know how to be a people person, if I didn't know how to be comfortable by myself, and you know what I mean, still, you know, interact with other people socially, I would be a complete loner besides Pringle. That was it.
Yep. It's like I meet people here in LA that I can relate to, that we know the same people from Texas, or we know the same people from Hawaii.
Right.
It's like the world is already such a small place,
Oh, yeah.
right? The world is already such a small place. So it's not that difficult to be recognized fucking state border to state border like Andrew is, if you just fucking get out of your shell and meet people and do things. It's really not that difficult. You'll meet people no matter what state you're in. You'll meet people from this end of the state, and you live over here, and they're like, "Oh shit, you know so and so? That's what's up." "Oh, he told me one time about a crazy Indian dude that kicked everybody out of the party. Was that you? Oh shit, you're the fucking crazy Indian dude. I know you."
Yeah, dude, that's facts, bro. That's fact. You know, another thing too, I don't know, like, if too many guys understand this point. There's a lot of times in life as a guy that you're gonna be by yourself, man, or it's gonna at least fucking feel like you're by yourself. You know what I'm trying to say? You're gonna be, you know, like,
Yep.
for example, right? Like, if I tell people, like, "Hey, I want to grow a podcast. I'm trying to, you know what I mean? We're doing shorts and TikTok reels and shit like that. We're trying to get this message out." Not a lot of people can fucking understand what the work that we put into this. You know what I mean? Especially Ted. Hey, shout out to Ted, man. You know what I mean? I throw so much fucking shit at this guy to get the videos out, and, you know, he's got a fucking busy schedule too. This motherfucker pumps out the videos, man, and way better than what I could do, man. So I got to give a big shout out to Ted. I love you, man, and I appreciate what you do for the show, man. But
Thank you, brother. I
there's
appreciate
not
that.
a lot of people that can understand that, right? So it feels alone. Like, I be just having a cigar sometimes, and I'm like, fuck, dude, like, the numbers on TikTok hasn't been going up. You know, it's been stagnant on YouTube. And what I'm basically trying to say to the guys is, there's a lot of times where you gotta have to be comfortable doing shit by yourself, right? And not like just like the people aspect, just in life, bro. You know what I mean? Like, just imagine, like, you say, "I'm not going to the gym without my guys or without my girlfriend." That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? You have to be comfortable doing shit by yourself as a guy. You know what I mean? Like, if you're a girl, all right, it might be a little different story. I don't know how that whole life works, right? But as a guy, I know you're gonna have to do a lot of shit by yourself, bro. You know what I mean? People might be busy. People might turn their backs on you, but you got to make the shit happen, bro. You know what I mean? The gym is just one thing. You know what I mean? The gym is just one thing. Business is another thing. You know what I mean? You're going to be alone a lot of times. Nobody can really relate to you on that aspect. You know what I mean? Like, you running a Fortune 500 company, you got 400, 500, 600 employees. Who the hell is going to relate to you? You know what I'm trying to say? You're going to have to really be comfortable being alone. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, and you know, I'm gonna end it on this. And it's gonna be kind of I'm gonna give it to you straight. I'm gonna keep it real
Hell
with
yeah.
you. I'm gonna keep it a fucking stack with you, right? If you need a fucking gym partner in order to even want to go to the gym, if you need a fucking book club in order to even want to read a book, if you need a fucking yoga partner in order to even want to fucking do yoga, if you need a fucking hiking partner in order to even want to go on a hike, if you need somebody in order to even want to do anything that you strive to do, if you need a fucking another artist, say you're a music artist like myself, if you need another artist, or another fucking producer or whatever to like pull you out of the house to go to the studio to make a track, or else you don't even want to fucking make music, guess what? You will never fucking accomplish your goals because people are not reliable. People are not reliable. You need to rely on your fucking self to make things happen. If you're relying on every fucking body in order to help you accomplish your fucking goals, guess what? Guess what? Those people are gonna fucking fail you time and time again, and you're not gonna fucking accomplish them. And when that moment comes where you realize that you did not accomplish your goals, you're not gonna fucking take accountability.
Yes.
All you're gonna do is blame everybody the fuck else for not being there with you. You're not gonna fucking take accountability when all along you could have done all this shit by your fucking self, but instead you were too heavily dependent and too heavily reliant on people who are not fucking dependable to come through for you. You can do anything you want in life by your fucking self. You don't need people in your life. I'm getting a little passionate because I'm starting to get a little tipsy. But you get what the fuck I'm saying, you know?
Hey, no, dude.
You get what the fuck I'm saying.
That is so fucking true, man. And it's like, dude, that last part where you talked about like not holding yourself accountable, bro. For years, I thought it was everybody else, and they just couldn't see the fucking great person that I am, that all my boys know. Everybody else is fucking, dummies. No. I had to take accountability. And especially, like this. The video is all about being comfortable with yourself, being a people person, learning your people skills, breaking out of your shell, and getting things done. Like it's really like the whole general topic of this video. I know we kind of started it out maybe a little bit differently. It's like the whole topic of being by yourself, building yourself better, getting out of your shell, breaking out of your shell, breaking out of your bubble, developing those skills, and letting people know that you're a cool person, right? But also that part right there, dude, that part is what the fuck is wrong with America right now, dude, is everybody's out there looking for shit that they can blame on somebody else when really the fucking problem is you, man. And you know what? Let's just say, for example, that your friends or your fucking employees or shit like that, bro, let's just say they are reliable, but fucking they got lives too. They got lives too, bro. They got busy lives too, and they got shit to do, and inflation's kicking everybody's ass. You can't depend on somebody 100% to be exactly how you need them, like a fucking robot, right? So that means that you're going to have to grab the fucking, pick yourself up by your bootstraps and get shit done by yourself a lot of times, especially for guys.
Yep, exactly. So that's a good final point to make, is that you need to rely on yourself a lot more than you need to rely on other people. And that really ties into like the whole being comfortable by yourself. Is if you're trying to get somewhere in this world, learn to rely on yourself a lot more and work on yourself a lot more than you are trying to depend on other people to lift you up and to support you, because that support is going to come, but it's not going to be enough support for you to 100% rely on it for you to actually like get somewhere. And the scary part about it is if you do rely too heavily on other people to get you somewhere based on their support, based on them, being there for you and whatnot, if you rely too heavily on that and 90% of the time it falls flat or it doesn't really like work out the way you wanted it to, you're just going to blame them for not being there when they're just being fucking human beings. And human beings have whole fucking lives. Like Andrew said, they have whole fucking lives outside of your fucking world. Right. And they're not always going to be able to do things to like help you out, but you've developed this dependency to rely on them to get you somewhere. And that's not a healthy place to be in life. Definitely, like,
I want to touch on something real quick. I want to make sure that this is basically like a bookmark for us to go back to, because I want to do a whole topic and whole video on this, right? But just to kind of, wrap everything up, but I just want to throw this out there as a little kicker. To do all that shit, dude, and blame everybody else and do all this, it's so selfish, man. Don't be a selfish person, especially if you're a guy. Don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a guy, you're going to learn the hard way that if you don't take our advice and, you know, our opinions and shit. You're made to fucking like serve people, bro. You're made to fucking, you know what I mean, serve your family, friends, community. I really truly believe that. So if you're gonna fucking be the best man that you can be, you can't be selfish, bro. You know what I mean? You got to take accountability where accountability is needed to take part in, and just don't be selfish, man. So
Yep, absolutely. I think that's a beautiful bow that we've wrapped onto this video. So please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down in the comment section below what this advice means to you and your own personal experiences, and share this video with anybody that you think could use this solid fucking advice from the Rowdy Boys. Before we go, I just want to make an announcement.
I'm excited.
So y'all, I've been working really hard on my debut album. For those of y'all that don't know, I make music. My stage name is Ted the Poet, and I've been working on this debut album for a little bit now, and I am releasing the album on August 16th, which is unfortunately the day that we lost Tommy Bennett, who is the fifth Rowdy Boy, and August 16th is a very special date to me and to Andrew. On Tommy's birthday and Tommy's death date, Andrew and I often call each other up. We got a bottle of Jameson and we, you know, take a shot in honor of our fallen soldier, of our fallen Rowdy Boy. August 16th, 2015 is actually the date that's on my arm right here, because that's the day that kind of changed all of our lives, right? And I decided to drop my debut album on August 16th. Because of that, I am working very hard on every off day, after work, before work, to try to get these songs done. And the album, because of my work today, because I worked hours and hours and hours today off of Kratom. I don't know if y'all know what Kratom is, but Kratom basically enhances your focus. I took a bunch of Kratom and I fucking did a lot for the album.
Kratom, not to cut you off, but Kratom sounds a lot like cranium. So I figured that shit would probably wire you the fuck up.
Yeah, bro. I feel like maybe I was sleepy earlier today because it has like a crash. Maybe I was crashing off of it or something. I don't know. But anyway, and for those of y'all who don't know, who don't follow me on Instagram at Ted the Poet, the album is called Rowdy Boy. And obviously this podcast is called the Rowdy Boy Podcast. My album is called Rowdy Boy. I've been working on some songs near the end that talk about more of our I want to say friend group, but it's not a friend group. It is a brotherhood.
Yeah, for sure.
Through and through, we are fucking brothers for life. And the songs that I've worked on near the end really accentuate that brotherhood, and it really talks about like the complexities of that whole situation, and the complexities of just the time in our life when we lost Tommy and we had to be there for each other. Me, Drew, Pringle, Tamim, we had to be there for each other during this hard time. So anyway, I'm very proud of how this album is turning out. And for those of you who watch this podcast, I really hope that y'all support me in releasing my debut album, which will be released on August 16th. It is called Rowdy Boy. So please be on the lookout for that. But I just wanted to give a little plug before we end this video. Hell
yeah, man. I mean, it's our fucking shit, man. So, you know what I mean? We get to do whatever the fuck we want on this damn fucking on this show.
And Andrew is on the album. Andrew's on the album. I had him spit a verse for me. No, I'm joking. No. Andrew is on the album, but he didn't spit no verse. I wasn't gonna fucking ruin my album with the fucking with a verse from Drew, because I've heard him freestyle before. It ain't good.
Dude, my fucking verse would sound like something out of damn fucking Cat in the Hat. You know what I'm saying? Like Dr. Seuss type shit. My shit would be like, yeah. Big Mac, heart attack, mac and cheese.
Oh. No, some little milkshake action.
Dude. Oh, bro, a little milkshake gonna be out of.
Hey, they don't know about Little Milkshake.
Hey, if y'all want to know about Little Milkshake, y'all gonna have to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, comment in the comment section below how much you want to see Little Milkshake. Alright. Or hear a verse from his ass. And share the video, okay?
Yeah. Hey, yeah, Lil Milkshake is Drew's rap name. But no, I had Drew send me a fucking voice recording of him saying something for my song Puppy Love. So if y'all listen to the album, check out Puppy Love. We are both on the track. He does not send a verse in, so don't worry. Don't be scared that you're gonna hear a verse from Andrew. You will never ever hear a verse from Andrew. But anyway, all right, we
Oh shit, let me calm myself down. Let me calm myself down. This is too funny.
You know what? Maybe I should give a. Oh yeah, you gotta restart the camera.
No. It's
maybe
still
I
good.
should-
It's still good.
Okay. Maybe I should have you spit a verse one day, but I'll just write the verse. I will coach you through the verse. I will coach you through the recording, and I will edit, mix, and master the verse so that it actually sounds good. So I'll do everything. All you got to do is literally rap into the microphone.
Talk.
No,
Just talk.
yeah, just fucking talk, dog. Just talk. But anyway, we out here. We goofing off now. We getting all loopy and shit. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace.
Peace.